our friends.
Well, we at least saved your hat.
Where is everybody? Oh, for heaven's sake.
Whoa.
Drago, will you never learn how to handle a team?
Yes, ma'am, I'll sure try. I'll tell you that now.
Try me, Sammy.
You want to lose your pigtail?
I lose faith. Lousy leather tip.
You want to lose more than that?
Kate,
Yes?
we could be a big help to one another.
Like what, may I ask?
Oh, we could wash the mud off of each other. We used to have quite good times doing that sort of thing.
There are a lot of things we used to do. Good night, Mr. McClintock.
Any luck?
What are you talking about?
I mean, divorce. She still wanted you.
Yeah.
You know something? Women are funny. She fought like a wildcat on your side out there this afternoon. Come home, she slams the door in your face. That divorce business, is that what you get when you pay a woman not to live with you?
That's about it.
Some women I've known it'd be worth it.
You know, if we had any moral character, we wouldn't be standing here covered with mud drinking when we should be washing.
G.W. Drago. Miss Warren, these biscuits.
Oh, thank you, Drago.
Good morning, Mrs. Warren.
Good morning, Mr. McClintock.
Breakfast for the boss?
If that's the way you want it, Mr. McClintock. One poached egg, tea, toast, lightly browned, and Why, Mrs. McClintock, you have a black eye. I do. Ooh. Oh, and Becky's coming home today. And that's not all. There's a little something we'd better get settled. There are no men listening now, so we can be ourselves. Oh, sure, I let you get away with all that guff the other night. But now that we're alone...
When I want the opinion of the hired help, I'll ask for it.
You know, you could wind up with 2 black eyes.
What?
Oh, I realize you had to put on that big act. We always have to just before we get ready to forgive them. Generally for something they haven't done. But you and I both know that's just to keep them from getting the idea they run things. McClintock give you that black eye?
No. Nobody gave it to me. I won it.
Morning, Davy.
Morning, Mrs. Beach. Mr. Beach.
Why, Miss
to see you again.
Daddy! Oh, Daddy! Oh. It's been 2 long years.
I guess I'm going to have to stop calling you Tomboy.
Oh, Becky. Mama! Oh, Mama. I wasn't sure you'd be here. Oh, I've been here a few days. Oh, Becky, I bought you 3 of the most beautiful dresses.
Becky!
Oh, Uncle Drago! Oh!
Did you bring your old uncle a coming home present?
Sure did.
What is it?
A mustache cup.
Oh,
And what did you get me?
prettiest Palomino pony that ever packed a saddle. Broke the stand, drowned, tie in the counter.
Oh! Uncle Jake! Oh! What are you doing in Mr. Douglas's tuba?
Oh, Mr. Douglas had a little accident.
I brought you a whole shipment of licorice sticks. But now that I've seen how much you've grown, I think we better exchange them for a couple of bolts of dress goods, huh?
Thank you.
Oh, the mayor was going to be here, but he had to go to the territorial capital on a horse theft matter. But I'm going to give his speech. Oh, and don't worry about the mayor. I'm sure that he can find a bill of sale for the horse. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to welcome the fairest... What am I doing? We are here to welcome back the prettiest girl that was ever born in McClintock or in any part of the territory.
Hey, Davy!
Yeah?
Got something for you. Yardmaster up the junction told me to let him ride, so I locked him in here. I've had my scalp a long time, and I aim to keep it.
And now she's come back to us. Gone are the pigtails, but the freckles are still on the prettiest face that was ever born in McClintock.
Hey, that's Puma. And it's true. The government did turn them loose.
Good old Puma. I'll never forget when he brought G.W. home. Your father had a hole in his chest and 104 fever. Of course, they weren't very mannerly about it. He came past the house at a high lope and threw him on the doorstep.
And you do remember them good old days, don't you, Katie?
Catherine.
Yatta-hey, my friends.
Yatta-hey.
Puma, honored enemy.
Does Big McClintock forget, but also blood brother?
No, I'll never forget that.
All warned. Does it hurt still?
I feel it when it comes on to rain. An inch higher and I wouldn't have had to worry.
Big McClintock, that was remembered fight. We return with news. Our people have more trouble. You see, I learned good English now, Big McClintock. Learned in white man's jail. But we would have you talk our course at government hearing.
I understand that Governor Humphreys is going to preside at that meeting. Yes, Puma, I'll translate your wishes.
Mr. McClintock, could I impose upon you to use your Comanche to tell these
Puma
chiefs...
is chief of the Comanches, and he speaks English very well.
Oh, well, your people will have to follow my instructions to the letter. It is the law of the land. Well, now, just a minute. Well, for heaven's sakes.
party?
Surely.
Will I see you there, Beth?
Of course, Davy, and you can have the first date.
Sis? Don't want any sister of mine talking to strangers.
Davy's not a stranger. He clerks in Burnbine.
He's an Indian.
Darn you, Drago. Now look what you've done.
Baby, this is Devlin Warren. He works for your papa. Dev, this is Miss Becky McClintock.
Those are my things.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I don't know you anywhere, Miss Becky.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, you look so much like your mother. Well, even prettier.
Oh, Mr. Warren. Mother's much prettier than I am.
Many a fight started with words like that. Come on, get in the boat.
Hello, Ching. We got jelly pie for dinner. Oh.
I'm not cooking.
No, he's not.
Junior!
Yes, Miss Becky.
You remember Junior Douglas, Mama?
Oh, of course. How's college?
Valedictorian, 95.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Douglas, we will see you at the party, of course.
Oh, delighted.
Well, it'll be pretty hard to keep young men away.
Yes, sir.
Drago. Yes, boss. Bag it's all on it.
G.W. You remember young Junior?
Oh, yes. Like father, like son.
Mr. McClintock, I hope you don't think I'm being presumptuous in asking for the honor of calling on Miss Rebecca.
Well, there she is. Ask her yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Ching, now I'm going to get fired. Get up out of here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
How do you know Nana? See you at the party, Junior!
Yeah. Yeah, what? Like father, like son.
What did he mean, Matthew?
Come on, Ching. Grab a root and growl.
Well, you're doing a good job, Miss McClintock. Thank you, Miss Fuller. Deb, when you're finished there, go over and help Drago with the beer cakes.
Yes, Mom.
Deb, could you come and help me a minute? I certainly was surprised to hear you went to college.
Why?
I don't know. Junior says Purdue's a good college for a backwater place like Indiana.
Oh, he did indeed.
Oh, could you do this? I can't reach it. Why didn't you finish college?
Lack of funds. My father got sick, and he had to come out west. So he took out a homestead.
You know, your mom's sure cute. It's too bad you didn't inherit her eyes.
Well, you'd been lucky if you'd inherited a few things from your father.
Oh, really? For instance?
Just common sense, for instance.
Common sense.
Yeah. You don't see him being fooled by some dude like Junior Douglas.
Junior's not a dude. He's nifty. This needs a woman's touch. And besides, he got a letter at college.
What sport?
Glee club.
Very strenuous.
Don't you dare hug me!
I have no intention of hugging you.
Ladies all look lovely, Catherine. No, this is a real fine party.
Oh, thank you, Ben. Of course, we had to invite everybody. Just everybody.
Sorry, D.W., but this one's mine.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Warren. I guess I'll have to be a good host in my own home.
Well, the next one's yours, Mr. McClintock.
Thank you.
Draco, go and do what I told you to do.
Oh, Katie.
Catherine, and do as you're told.
Oh, Drago, do this. Drago, do that.
Yeah! People!
This Douglas feller.
Draco!
Yes, ma'am. Matt Douglas, Jr. is going to bring you folks some of the latest Terpsichorean dance steps, brand new, brought by him directly from New York City. All right, Mr. Fiddler.
Give me a whiskey. What?
Just turn it 10-gallon party, boss. We'll run out of whiskey.
Well, I can take care of that.
You still got any ideas about asking my sister to dance? Get up and we can do this all over again.
Yes! That's enough. You fought it. It's all over. Quit butting in, Birnbaum. He's a hired man at your side. Look, you fought him fair and square.
I don't think it was so fair and square. Well, you want to take up where he left off? If I did, you wouldn't find it so easy.
Now we've had enough of this. Well, when are you going to quit walking away?
Just as soon as we're out of sight of the party. A little lesson I learned back home, don't fight in front of women.
Well, we're out of sight now.
So we are.
Such vulgarity. Someone should do something about it.
You're right. Absolutely right.
Young man?
I'm all right, Mr. McClintock.
Pretty fancy fighting for a country boy.
2 years at Purdue, Mr. McClintock, on the boxing team.
I never thought any farmer could whip me.
You sure did.
Better get him cleaned up. Get him some water, Jake.
Yeah.
Get yourself cleaned up. Go ask that girl for a dance.
Who? Oh!
Did I miss one?
Where is he? I'll find him, that young whippersnapper.
Trouble.
Where is that farmer boy? Where is he? Where is he, G.W.? Oh, so you're the young farmer boy that whipped my nephew. Well, I'm Fauntleroy Sage, young Ben's uncle.
Well, I'm no farmer, but if you're young Ben's uncle, yes, I whipped him. And you're intruding.
What's intruding mean?
Butting in.
Oh, so he's insulting me. Well, then I got another reason for walloping. Besides, on account of him thrashing my nephew, young Ben.
Fauntleroy, you can't get mixed up in these youngsters' quarrel.
Family honor. I can't have said a farmer whipped a sage.
You're twice his size.
Don't let that bother you, Mr. McClintock. Mr. Fauntleroy insists. I'll just have to teach him the same lesson.
Say! Sorry, young feller. Hate to have to do that, young fella. No hard feelings.
Not yet.
Not yet what?
I mean, that isn't all.
Now, wait a minute. Fauntleroy, we're going to make this a fair fight.
Of course we are. Of course we are, G.W.
There'll be none of this.
I wouldn't do that, G.W.
You wouldn't do...
No, I wouldn't do that.
And Dev, I don't want you kicking Fauntleroy in the knee.
He didn't do no such thing.
And none of this nose twisting. He's all yours.
Well, where are my glasses?
You all right, young feller?
Ouch!
I'm all right. This Indian agent will stop stepping all over me.
I beg your pardon.
G.W. You're just funning me. But I want you to know that boy fought me a fair fight.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Fauntleroy.
Here's my uncle. Fauntleroy, what have you been doing? I hope my uncle didn't bother anybody. No bother.
I think we'd better join the ladies before they get curious. Drago.
Fauntleroy, let's line them all up for a do-si-do.
Jake, you think tincture of arnica would help?
Could be. Used to help you.
Gentlemen, to the medicine cabinet.
Good morning, Drago.
Morning, Davy.
Seen Daddy?
Took over early this morning with a scattergun over his arm. Went hunting.
Morning, Daddy.
Good afternoon. I'll get you out so early.
Something I have to get straight in my mind.
Yeah? What?
Mama. Why'd you and Mama stop living together, Daddy? Why'd you separate? Aren't you going to answer me?
No,
It's sort of my business, I think.
I don't.
Is it another woman? Usually is.
At your age, you always know what's usual.
Is it Mrs. Warren?
Becky, I don't want to start laying the law down your first day back home. But I'll have no more such talk. First time I ever saw Mrs. Warren was last week. She has a job here at which she's very good. And I hope you'll have the good manners to not pry into other people's business. Your mother's and mine.
Pretty good shot, Daddy. Oh, I can understand your trouble. Mama's often so, well, so petulant.
Petulant? You learned a lot of words back east, Becky. Wish to God they'd have taught you some meanings. You were only about 6 months old when your mother stayed alone with you in a sod hut under 8 foot of snow, while I moved the herd 300 miles south to try and save it. Saved about half of it. You were a little more than a year old at the time of the great Comanche raids. We stood off 500 Plains Indians for 9 days. Petulant, Becky? I think you better go on home. See that Ching gets those birds. Becky! Come here. Something I ought to tell you. Guess now's as good a time as any. You're going to have every young buck west of the Missouri around here trying to marry you. Mostly because you're a handsome filly. But partly because I own everything in this country from here to there. They'll think you're going to inherit it. Well, you're not. You're going to leave most of it to the nation, really. For a park where no lumberman will cut down all the trees for houses with leaky roofs. Nobody will kill all the beaver for hats for dudes, nor murder the buffalo for robes. What I'm going to give you is a 500-cow spread on the upper Green River. Now, that may not seem like much. It's more than we had, your mother and I. Some folks are going to say I'm doing all this so I can sit up in the hereafter and look down on a park named after me. Or that I was disappointed in you. Didn't want you to get all that money. But the real reason, Becky, is because I love you. And I want you and some young man to have what I had. Because all the gold in the United States Treasury, all the harp music in heaven can't equal what happens between a man and a woman with all that growing together. I can't explain it any better than that.
All right, Daddy.
Becky. When you're as old as I am, you'll thank me for this.
Daddy, I'm full grown. I wasn't worrying about me. I was thinking about you and Mama.
Oh.
Well, sir, all three of them saw right out of the carriage.
Well, it's getting rather late, Becky. It's bedtime.
Oh, Mother. He brought this. He must have intended to use it.
Oh, well.
Sing us a song.
Well, if you really want me to. Gosh, I haven't played in
You
quite...
know just right for me.
Sure.
It's the rage now.
Oh.
Oh.
Dev, what are you doing?
Oh. I just thought I'd get another cigar.
Well, you've got one in your mouth and two burning in the tray. Not move.
The fella told me to play all the time.
You're cuter than a baby's dear, and softer than a mouse's ear. I want the whole wide world to hear. You're just right for me. You're sweeter than...
Oh, no, not that rhythm, Junior. Do it the way they do at the plaza. I know the words.
Sure, Becky. Will you sing with me?
Of course.
All right.
I love a man who's witty and smart and clever.
It's your move. Oh. Oh, Deb, you're playing like an amateur. Let's call it an evening. I'd like to know where your mind is tonight.
You're sweeter than the early spring or bluebells when they start to
Pretty good.
You
Voice like her father.
feel like a king. You're just right for me. Sweeter than honey, finer than wine. I'm sure they found you on that honeysuckle vine. I would melt in your embrace.
You disappear without a trace.
To die like this is no disgrace.
This is the time.
This is the place for yours, just right for me.
Well, so good, I kind of hate to break this up. But we're going to have that Indian hearing tomorrow morning.
Sir, about our conversation earlier this evening, I believe I'd better apologize.
Yeah?
Yes, sir, I've been thinking it over, and when I called you reactionary, well, that's merely my generation's term for your generation. Nothing personal, sir.
Oh, really?
Well, good night, sir. Good night, Miss McClintock.
Good night, and do come again.
Good night, Drago.
Night.
Boss?
What does reactionary mean?
Me, I guess. He says that anyone that wanted to sell at a profit was a reactionary.
Was we reactionaries back in them days when you was selling beef cattle for 6 cents a pound on the hoof?
Well, no use arguing with him. College boy.
Devlin Warren, if you was my kind of man, you wouldn't let some dude walk off the prettiest girl west of Denver without putting up some kind of fight.
Does it show? Well, what can I do? I'm just one of her father's employees. I'm just a hired hand around here.
Every so often, Dev, you spill the strangest ideas. Everybody works for somebody. Me, I work for everybody in these United States that steps into a butcher's shop for a T-bone steak. And you work for me. Not much difference.
Daddy, the most terrible thing just happened. Junior's horse ran away. The one he rented at the livery stable.
Tied up a rented horse by the reins. He's probably back in the stall by now.
I think we could get Junior something that he can ride.
What I'd rather do, Daddy, is drive Junior home in our barouche. It's a lovely evening, and I'm sure Uncle Drago wouldn't mind driving.
I would, and I got the kind of manners don't keep me from saying so, just to be polite.
I'll drive him home, Mr. McClintock. You don't have to come, Miss Becky. I'll see that he gets home safely.
I can take care of myself.
You got yourself a foot, didn't you?
Dev, get the carriage. Drago?
I'm going with them.
Now you've got me wrangling dudes.
You make a man feel like a king. Just right for me. Miss Becky, somebody better help me watch the road. You know, I'm new around here. Might take the wrong turn off.
Devlin Warren, you know there isn't a turnoff between here and town. You disappear without a trace.
To die like this is no disgrace.
This is time.
This is
Devlin Warren, what are you trying to do? Kill us?
Rather have your friend drive?
Yeah! Daddy? Daddy!
said what I said, and I'll stand by it to the death.
Shoot him, Daddy. Shoot him at once.
Why?
My honor is at stake.
Well, now, Your Honor.
Absolutely. He impugned my honor.
Impugned? What does that mean?
Slander. He slandered my honor.
He did?
I said what I said, and I'll stand by it to the death.
He admits it, see? Shoot him.
Well, what is he admitting to?
Why, he called me a... I won't even repeat the word.
I didn't necessarily call you anything, but I said what I said, and I'll stand by it to the death.
Well, just for the tally books, what did you say?
I said that any girl who would permit a man to kiss her before they're formally engaged is a trollop.
He said it again. Shoot him.
Now, hold on.
No, don't hold on. If you're my father, if you love me, you'll shoot him.
Well, I'm your father, and I sure love you. So?
Oh, you shot him. You really shot him.
Hey!
He died.
If he dies, he'll be the first man ever killed with a blank cartridge. We use this to start the races on the 4th.
Hey! On fire!
Oh, you poor dear.
Poor dear. You'd have had me shot in cold blood.
But it didn't happen.
Yelling I insulted you and all. What you need is a good spanking.
Deb! Daddy!
Leave me out of this.
I think I'll give you what you deserve.
You wouldn't dare!
Oh, wouldn't I?
Ah!
You'll think next time before you have someone shot. And this kicking and yelling isn't gonna help you.
Don't you! Oh, Daddy! Wait a minute! Daddy! Oh, oh, Daddy! Help me! Don't! Daddy, boy, I hate you! Sorry! Oh, G.W., was that a shot? See what happened? He spanked me! You spanked my daughter?
Dev.
You mean you stood there while that brute beat our daughter? G.W., what's happened to you in the last
Better
2
part
years?
of valor, son.
Oh, isn't it enough that you've always treated me like a squaw without subjecting dear, sweet Becky to this crude, vulgar way of
Catherine,
life?
you women are always raising hell about one thing when it's something else you're really sore about.
Oh.
Don't you think it's about time you told me what put the burr under your saddle about me?
I don't intend to stand here and hold a midnight conversation with an intoxicated man.
And I am not intoxicated. Yet.
Hello, Governor! Hello, Governor!
Chief Puma? Yes, Sergeant. Big McClintock, we know you get us fair judgment.
You gentlemen, follow me.
Well, Jake?
G.W.?
Well, G.W., it's been a long time.
Not long enough. Cuthbert.
Your husband is a rude man.
Yes, Cuthbert, I know.
Where you want the Indians, Mr. McClintock?
Mr. McClintock is not running this hearing.
Sergeant, seat those Indians.
Yes. Gentlemen, be seated. The whole tribe here want to come into town.
Proceed, Lieutenant.
This hearing is now in session. Governor Cuthbert Humphreys presiding.
Good luck, Daddy.
Afraid it's a packed court.
Government Edict number 826. Has ordered that the Comanche Nation be transferred from their present reservation to Fort Sill. It is the government's claim, as filed by Indian Agent Agard, that these chiefs, after being released from prison by a kindly government, did then rouse and incite defiance among the tribe against said order. It seems, gentlemen, that although some of these chiefs speak English, Chief Puma is quite at home in our language, they have chosen Mr. McClintock to be their spokesman.
I speak for the Comanche. Or rather, I offer this translation.
Proceed, Mr. McClintock.
The Comanche say, we are an old people and a proud people. When the white man first came among us, we were as many as the grass is of the prairie. Now we are few, but we are still proud. For if a man loses pride in manhood, he is nothing. You tell us now that if we will let you send us away to this place called Fort Sill, you will feed us and care for us. Let us tell you this. It is a Comanche law that no chief ever eats unless first he sees that the pots are full of meat in the lodges of the widows and orphans. It is the Comanche way of life. This that the white man calls charity is a fine thing for widows and orphans, but no warrior can accept it. For if he does, he is no longer a man. And when he is no longer a man, he is nothing. And better off dead. You say to the Comanche, you are widows and orphans. You are not men. And we, the Comanche, say we would rather be dead. It will not be a remembered fight when you kill us, because we are few now and have few weapons. But we will fight, and we will die Comanche.
Thank you, Big McClintock.
Am I to gather the Comanche defy the government of the United States?
Yes, you may gather that the Comanche defy the United States government, or at least this commission.
Gentlemen, down here. It is the order of this court that these chiefs be incarcerated until such time as the detachment of United States cavalry be made available to escort them and the Comanche nation to Fort Sill. This court is adjourned.
Oh, McClintock, you are important chief amongst these white people. Sway them. Have them give us few guns to make the fight worthwhile. Let us have one last remembered fight for end of Comanche.
I almost wish I could arrange that, Puma. Ahalani cha.
Ahalani cha.
Sergeant. Yes. First guard, carry on. Gentlemen.
Sad, these changing times.
It isn't the times that are changing, Mama.
Hello, Lamb. Bunny?
Oh, howdy, McClintock. Hey, figured you'd be belly down drunk by now.
I've been doing some drinking, Bunny. Is that boxcar still on the siding?
Well, sure, but...
But what?
I don't like it.
You don't, eh?
You figure if them Indians get out of there and lead the cavalry on a wild goose chase, that great white father's going to get nosy.
Get nosy, and he'll investigate. When they find out how that side-saddle governor's been messing things up, they'll give those Indians a fair trial.
That's live ammunition in that boxcar. You know what'll happen if them Indians get some guns in their hands? Somebody's going to get hurt.
Is Puma's word good enough for you?
Well, I don't... McClintock, you got yourself a partner.
Leave me out of this.
Hey, McClintock.
Good night, Bunny. Good night, Governor.
Up there.
Katie with her light red hair. Sweet as the roses on the summer air. I'll find her somewhere while the moon is high and tell her that I love her and I'll love her till I die. Katie, Gilhooly, come and home. Katie, Catherine Gilhooly McClintock, where's the woman of the house?
Mr. McClintock.
Oh, there you are. Mrs. Warren. Oh, good evening.
I waited up for you, Mr. McClintock.
Oh, how nice.
I want to talk to you about something.
Delighted. 309 times straight.
I beg your pardon?
309 times straight without a miss. Gotta be a record.
I suppose so. Now, Mr. McClintock, what I wanted to
2
say...
pound Stetson, 6-inch brim, 53 feet in the air. It's gotta be a record.
I'm sure it is, but the reason I waited up...
Damn it, woman, can't you hold that glass still?
Of course, sir.
Now, down the hatch to my world record. Down the hatch.
Yes, sir.
And now, to the governor of our territory.
The governor of the territory, sir?
Now, don't you stick up for him, Mrs. Warren. You're a fine woman, Mrs. Warren. But you'll certainly go down in my estimation if you'd stick up for Cuthbert H. Humphrey, governor of this territory.
Don't mean to
Down
change...
the hatch.
Oh, yes, sir. Down the hatch.
Cuthbert H. Humphrey, governor of our territory.
This is the story of my beloved cowboy who wants, not sure who wants love. Sitting on his mind with Caroline, that beautiful woman of her desire. People of the village tale of good war. That beautiful woman. One night I heard a noise. I turned to flee. I'm dead. I saw.
Next we have Michelle Channel, Feel It.
At a red light, it's been a long night. Had a hard day, no one beside me. Wishing I wasn't so low. Don't wanna be down. It sometimes feels like part of me is missing. That's alright. I turn the sound up till I feel it. It sometimes feels like part of me is missing. See the headlights, cars go by. It's been a long day, no one beside me. Wishing I wasn't so low. Don't wanna be down, but I'm not ready. Is turn the sound up till I feel it. Sometimes it feels like part of me is missing. That's all.
You're listening to Independent TV and Radio Scotland. Channel Radio ICE.
Track playing now. Josh Woodward, Coffee.
A cup of coffee in the morning, and I get the paper. I check the headlines and decide that I am bored. Coffee, and I drag myself to work. My life is grounded in a firm routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. I'm sitting there at work and I realized I forgot to wake up. I can't be productive when I'm dreaming about a sheep. I go upstairs and get myself another cup of well, my life is grounded in a firm routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. Lunch hour's over and I can't stay up. I've got to drink coffee, but that's a mistake. My life is grounded in a firm routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. Well, I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. Stick to what I know.
I've heard no so many times, but still I won't let go. Told me not to try, but I'm still back for they can't behold. Together we are. We come again with a spotlight. Spotlight takers here, we come again. Turn it into dust, 'cause oh, I know that this is
Track playing now. Frank Nora, Latinish. Now playing. Dano, Sun Spark. Next up is Axel Antunes, Charming Loving Angel.
No, I don't. Making no more this miracle of life thing. You every day. No, I can do, can't ever sing it no more. Why do you know all this is what it is? I got it is to me now. This time in loving angel that you want me to believe. I tell you I am the smartest people move it to the other room. Around to see what you tell me to be. This time in love, angel that you want. Secret that I tell you I am in this child in loving and believe if you can keep a secret. Tell you I am in.
You know that I love you. Even God himself I have not put above you. Reason I go, you never take a chance. So into the desert I wandered alone. My vanquished heart saw my way, I saw my light. Listen to the still small voice in my head. Say to me, oh, you're the surface. I put my heel. I forgive you. You've been taught right from wrong. Then she sang to me the most beautiful song. I spoke with the prophet. He said, have nothing to fear. He just said, God damn you, you're as gone as I've seen. What you think is sacred, we feel is obscene. To the still small voice in my head, 'cause I listen to you and I listen to them. The reason I go, you never take a chance.
Now playing Redneck Surfers, All I Wanna.
All I wanna is a scorching head.
Next is Lady Artificial, Dreamin'.
Ink will be back. Picture perfect convictions. I'm smoking clouds. Are you with me? But I'll be damned if you can, cause her body is sickening. Take the pictures. The close up is just the fact how you living. It's so addicted. I'm tripping, leaving my heart so weak. It's just a weakness in me. Daydreaming in my zone. I'm alone and I love it. And I love it. Still high on clouds. Cause you just fly like that. You know that I be LA, dreaming cause I daydream, baby, be flawless. Even on the low key, she wears my love like a new car fashion. You know that I run it, fucking with a passion. Bad as all them all. As a matter of fact, tell her mind over matter if you're walking with the best. Daydreaming in my zone, I'm alone and I love it. And I love it. Still high on clouds, cause you just fly like airplanes. Airplanes. Daydreaming in my zone. Just fly like airplanes. Airplanes. You're just perfect in person, one in a million. You got my eyes closed, looking to the ceiling, and I'm feeling this right kinda high. Maybe we could chill, it's all good, it's alright. If loving you was wrong, I should have known real. Perfect and ink is the only way I got to ya. Daydreaming in my zone, I'm alone and I love it. Just like airplanes, airplanes. Daydreaming in my zone, I'm alone and I love it. And I love it. Still high on clouds, cause you just fly like airplanes. I'm alone and I love it. And I love it. Still high on clouds, cause you just fly like airplanes, airplanes. Daydreaming in my zone, I'm alone and I love it. Airplanes, airplanes.
You're listening to Independent TV and Radio Scotland, Channel Radio.
Now, the Lemming Shepherds, Forever. Playing now. Redneck Surfers, 40 Degrees. Ashwood Ward, Cherubs.
Running in the sand, living on the land. The salty breeze was in our eyes. We stood beneath the dragonflies and danced all night. We slept all night in parking lots. We tied our tenders. Blowing in the breeze, the songs we away, something seemed to change.
Track playing now. Redneck Surfers, oh my god. Playing now. Jade you now.
Downtown, waiting for you to call me or even come around. I know it's been a long time since we've been together now. And when we were just kids, we were always having fun, playing on the riverbank, staring through the pines at the sun. We thought that we would stay here forevermore. Come back to me someday. The rivers flow my tears to your lips, but I need you now. I really need you now. Yes, I need you now. I tried to call you just to hear you on the phone. They say you're in the city now, really doing good. I always knew him. Will you come back to me someday? The pines, they blow my message to your ears. The rivers flow my tears to your lips. need you now. I really need you now. Yes, I need you now. Girl. I've waited for you now so many years to see. And I finally proved to myself you ain't never coming back to me. The pines they lie still and the rivers they run free. Will you come back to me someday? The rivers flow my tears to your lips, but I need you now. I really need you now. I need you now. Girl, I really need you now. Will you come back to me someday? The pines, they blow my message to your ears. The rivers flow my tears to your lips. Need you now.
Play.
That we met, I'll never forget. I knew from the moment she spoke that she was and the years, the joy and the tears we shared as the greatest of friends. My favorite regret. But a part of me mourns what will never be. Forever my favorite regret.
Totally blind to not see the life we could lead, and he is destined to be my favorite regret. Lastly stood, my passion just waits to be free, but he is destined to be my favorite regret. Well, but a part of me yearns like an ember, it burns. Forever my favorite regret. One day when the stars fade, will the echoes of
Dressed in a box, addressed to the stars in the sky. My favorite regret. Forever my favorite regret.
Playing now. Michelle Channel, What Am I Looking For?
Started on this journey, but didn't know how to me. It was undertow. I don't wanna say it, but it doesn't even matter. That you want me to be understood. Who knows? What am I looking for? Climbing up too high or far will surely bring me down again. But how can I keep moving when I know what's waiting? Every time I think I'm there, I find another ladder. Tell me that you want me to be understood. Who knows? What am I looking? What am I looking for? What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Ooh, yeah, yeah. What am I looking for? Oh, what am I looking for? 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 Oh, what am I looking for?
Playing now. Jeff Hurley, Love You Forever.
What to wear, you don't know, and I care. All I know to be true, you love me and I love you, and that's the way it should be. With the things inside my head, all my thoughts return to you, and all the things we said, baby, I know I will love you. We will always be together. Baby, I know I will love you forever. shows in everything we do. No reason to cry. Hold your body close to mine, never go away. Every day I will love you forever. Baby, I know we will always be together. Baby, I know every day, every night I love to hear you say, baby, I know I will love you forever. Baby, I know we will always be together. Baby, I know I will love you forever.
The coolest radio station in the world, Radio Ice, from Independent TV and Radio Scotland.
Next up is Brielle Rathbun and Colin Jeffries. Hey You.
It hurts so bad you don't get to say sorry. And any love we ever had now only scarring. Throwing rocks at me, love was all I ever heard. I believed your every word. You were throwing rocks at me, love was all I ever heard, yeah. You're gonna think that I hate you, but your every word. You were throwing rocks at me, love was all I ever heard. I believe your every word. You were throwing rocks at
Now playing. Dansberg music, no evidence.
For
Next up is Eno Toivonen, Fox will lead the way. Next up is Josh Woodward, I Will Not Let You Let Me Down.
When all is right, shaking on the apple tree, ticking off the honeybees, watch them fly. Soiled with dirt, but fits me like a glove. I will not let you let me down. I will not let you let me down. This time, this is my final climb. Time and time and time again, labyrinths and labyrinths, out and in. My head is dizzy from the spin. Breaking up and breaking down, naking up and naking out, round and round. I've learned to get up from the ground. But this time's different, I can feel it. We are on our way. I will not let you let me down. I will not let you let me down. This time, this is my final climb. My friends all tell me you'll propel me right back in the ditch. I'm altruistic, masochistic. You just scratch my itch. let you let me down. I will not let you let me down. This time, this is my final climb, and I will not let you let me down. I will not let you let me down. This time, this is
Track playing now. Semi-automatic, written by myself.
Trick question, do you mistake me as a joke? No. Roll my weed up and find a place we can meet up. Kick my feet up, I'm in my Yeezy Adidas. I never draw with my seat up. When I'm driving, I lay back. How many times I'ma say that I be I want it easy, I don't wanna hear that bitchin'. Put the key in ignition. Put the key in ignition. I'm moving silence, really just trying to kick it. So insane, I'm shining with golden chains. It's the Superman, I'm riding with Lois Lane.
Axel Antunes, On the Run to Fly Away.
I used to search myself. Standing in front of you, things I left behind. Someday this broken heart will heal. You helped me through the night. There's nothing we can do. Reflections in my mind. Bring my love back home to stay. On the road to fly away. Bring my love back and tell me what it takes to take you home. You helped me through the night. There's nothing we can do. On the road to fly away. Bring my love back home to stay. On the road to fly away. Bring my love back home to stay. On the road to fly away. Bring my love back home to stay.
Track playing now. Steve Blackley, The Envy of Every Town.
Well, I've had days when I didn't have a dollar. And where I stopped was where I called home. Half a pack of cigarettes, half a coffee, I'm not in debt. And I'm camping on a land that only God could own. Road, then you know what that's like. Those last few miles brought me to my end. I used up all my strength on a headlong wind, and like prayers that were answered, I seen them truck stop lights. As they're watching me leave, I hear my engine sound, and I just don't have the heart to settle down. No, I just don't have the heart to settle down. just don't have the heart to settle down. I've had nights that I while waiting out a storm with no core. But I got whiskey in my dry bedroll and plenty of time and no hurry to go. And there'll be a sunny day, who could ask for anything more? I've had time. But then I thought about the sights I'd miss, and the beauty of a ride like this, and the people that I've met as I passed along their way. 'Cause there's a lot of folks in this world that care, and even those with a little seem willing to share. I feel they're in me in every town as they're watching me leave and hear my engine sound, and I just don't to settle down. No, I just don't have the heart to settle down.
You're listening to Independent TV and Radio Scotland. Channel Radio Ice.
Playing now. Dog Sounds, Dream Freedom. Track playing now. Daniel Kaur, The End.
If only I could see it. If only I could find my home. If only I could be set free from this apathy. I can't just hide here any longer. Beneath a smile that pretends to be on in life, just to find another way to ease the hurt for another few songs. Keep running away from the pain inside. I don't just want to escape. I have nothing left to offer. Not a thing to call my own. Pain in my heart is coming out for all to see, and I'm so empty and alone. Just want to escape time after time after time after time after time. So maybe here at the end of myself lies the beginning. Maybe here where I've lost all hope in this world. Maybe here's where dreams are born. Maybe here's where life begins. Nothing left to offer. Not a thing to call my own. The tears in my heart are coming out for all to see. But maybe chasing these tears. Bored.
Now playing.
your money